Eastern Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. We're live in Houston where the Rockets have home court advantage. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Kevin Durant is back after missing most of 2015 after requiring a third surgery to repair a bone in his foot. He said it was the first time I had to face something being snatched away from me that I loved so much. I just tried to stay positive and feel that if I put the same work ethic in, then things will turn out all right for me. Kevin?
Great to have him healthy and back out on the floor, DA. Thank you. And the Warriors last year had to deal with the unique situation, Chris, where they had essentially two head coaches during their run. Luke Walton filling in wonderfully for Steve Kerr as Steve was recovering from a back injury.
Well, Kevin, think about it. For a lot of teams, that can be a distraction or throw them off their game. But the Warriors marched right along. They had a great record under Walton and played the same basketball when Kerr was able to return to the bench. Only a mature team coming off a title like the Warriors were can handle a strange situation. So
now Golden State's starting five. The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Pachulia is out there with Green, and it's Durant in at the three. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Outside Durant for the three from beyond the arc, and then some. Durant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. On defense, Golden State. Everly with the ball. Harden outside, feeds it to Beverly. From past the arc, Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Oh, Kevin, he positioned himself perfectly and had all the room to drop that one in, just couldn't get it to go. Really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular. Harden can carry an offense alone with his scoring. That's no secret. A big part of why he's able to do that is because he's so gifted at getting to the line. The past couple of years, he's averaged more than 10 free throw attempts a game.
Durant for three. Another three for Golden State.
Durant can't help but make threes. It's unfair for a guy his size to be able to shoot like that.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden kicks to Capella. There's a screen. Green against Ariza. He tries for three. And Pachulia pulls it down. And however you feel about Harden getting to the line, whether you think he deserves it or oversells calls, you can't deny, Chris, that he is effective doing it.
Well, some may say it's a lot easier to shoulder an offensive load at the free throw line, but they may never have taken the physical beating that it takes to get to that line. You got to give Harden credit. He knows how to create contact and push the issue. Very crafty when he goes up for a shot. If he feels a defender, he's caught with his hand in the cookie jar. In other words, reaching in for the ball. But when you watch Clint Capella play, you notice how smooth he moves for a center of his size. He gets off the floor easily to contest shots or grab boards. He can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time when acting as the help defender.
He's off on the first. And with Capella in his movement, you also like what it does for him in transition.
Well, don't forget, Capella has that deceptive limp, too. You don't think he can take off from that far out and get a shot. But all of a sudden, boom, he's dunking right there on your dome or throwing your shot out to the third row for a souvenir for some kid to take home.
That one is no good.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
Now here's Iguodala. For three, Durant, and another three for Golden State.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Prigioni kicks to Gordon. They set the pick. They need this. He squares up and sinks it.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. Here's Clark. And another three for Golden State.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Here's Brigioni. Outside Gordon. 3 seconds left. That one off the back iron and out. And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 8. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Kerr is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Yeah, and at some point, you think the defense would extend out and try to run these guys off their spots, or at least make them shoot a little earlier than they like.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Clay and Iguodala, the potent wing pair. Green is out there with West, and it's Curry in at the point. And a record-setting year for Harden in 2016, but Chris, not the kind he wanted. He would end up setting the NBA record for most turnovers in a single season with 374. Wow.
That's terrible, but as bad as 374 sounds, it isn't too terrible when you look at the context of what Harden's responsibilities were on that offense. Often he would act as the lone playmaker and be prone to forcing plays. Nevertheless, taking care of the ball is something, and he knows he has to do.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Outside Gordon. Pass to Beverly. There's the 3. Here's Nene. Doesn't go for him. Great tee that time from Green. To the inside. And the stuff by West.
So always keeping his head up. Draymond rarely misses the open man.
Rockets trail by 7. To the middle. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Beverly. Nene's got his first points of the night.
I like it. Aggressive. They're pounding it inside. Unwilling to settle for less.
The drive by Green. And Green slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
This is the concentration Thompson exhibits. I mean, if you're going to foul him, you have to foul him hard.
We knew that Clay is one of the most explosive scorers in the game. That much was clear, Chris, when he put up his record-setting 37 points in the quarter.
And attention to all defenders. With Clay, it doesn't matter what you do if he is in that zone. He is tall enough not to be bothered by the hands in his face and can just drill a shot from anywhere. That's why he's a danger to put up 20 or more points in a quarter every time he takes the floor, just like his other splash brother. Now, there was a time early in his career where Klay Thompson had to live outside the arc to get his points. He would float to space in the mid-range, pull up off of a drive, or stay behind the arc. He has expanded his game immensely in the last few seasons and is a dynamic scorer now.
And with Clay, the #1 way that he's diversified his offense, Chris, is that he does a better job of getting to the rim and attacking defenders off the bounce.
Well, yeah, as a younger player, he had the quickness to beat the defender, but he had trouble finishing. Now, something clicked for him during that time, and now he welcomes the contact, getting that easy bucket at the free throw line, knowing when he finishes, he converts contested layups as well as anyone. He identified a weakness in his game and rectified it.
Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancer. .44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Anderson outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. A baseline J. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
He was dead meat right from the start. He had no chance of stopping him from getting a clean look on that play.
Picked by Pachulia. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Prigioni. He's covered by Livingston. Here's Prigioni looking for his first basket still in this one. There's the pick. Here's Anderson.
Durant has really improved his impact on the defensive end. I mean, and he is not someone you want to go at as a shooter.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Warriors lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. And I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the half. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. He's been in the midst of some incredible games lately, and tonight he's got it going again. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
And simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie, they were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots, did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
That'll do it for now. Second half coming up. We'll see you after the game.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
He's taking his time, not forcing anything, just getting his points within the flow of the offense.
We see some coaches who keep their young players, Chris, on a very tight leash. They limit their minutes. They keep them on the bench. If they make a mistake, they're yanked quickly out of a game. Others give their youngsters more leeway, and they work to instill confidence in their play on the floor. How do you strike that right balance?
Well, I think you strike that right balance by knowing and understanding your player. You know, guys aren't just playing in games. Most time is spent in practices, so you're getting to know the habits of your player, the work ethic of your player, the mental capacity of your player. So many times coaches know before the first game how much they want to play or not play a guy. Now, it's up to you as a player to prove your coach wrong, and no matter how much trust he has in you, to continue to increase and to build on that trust that he's shown in you. But, you know, it's a fine, delicate balance. But what you want to make sure, though, that every guy is accountable on both ends of the floor. Every guy is unselfish, and that you kind of promote leaders and you set a culture of leadership on your team. So I think a lot of it is up to the coach to set the tone, and usually great players will follow.
Well said. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Trevor Ariza out there with Anderson. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Ariza. Kept alive by Houston. Capella kicks to Beverly. He dishes it to Ariza. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Ariza's got 5 points in the quarter. Chris, who do you feel are guys that can just own a game, you know, take it over at any time and get it going?
Well, I think you have to look at Curry. You know he can do that any time. Klay Thompson, I mean, he set a record for points in the quarter. But I also think you have to look Damian Lillard and how he can get you buckets and get you going in so many ways. So many guys that can be explosive and take a game over for you.
Good analysis. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Trevor Ariza. Teardrop shot, and Gordon with the lay-in. Good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. They set the pick. 14 feet away. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Curry's got 5 now.
No, he doesn't need much room. Steph there with the prime time facial.
Beverly dishes to Anderson. Inside, Nene. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Iguodala outside. Back to Thompson. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 5 points in the game.
Oh, just the way Klay catches the ball. And if he's already in the shoot motion, you're in trouble.
Harden kicks to Gordon. Tries a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's now 7 points for Eric Gordon.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Good D, better roll. He buried it right in his face. We call that hitting him in the head. That has to be frustrating if you're the D.
The Warriors have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the 2-time league MVP, Steph Curry, one of only 2 active guys to win the MVP more than once in well over a decade.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverly. West is checked in for Golden State. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Prigioni. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Nene, the screen. Anderson wide open. Again, the Rockets score.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Horrendous defense right there. Does the defense know who they're leaving wide open? You can't do that with him.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Warriors on top, leading by just 2. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
And that's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Livingston is out there with Ian Clark, and there's Iguodala. And it's West, and it's Durant in at the power forward position. And the basket by Gordon.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Well, defenses are going to have to step up. Each team right now appears to be super comfortable on offense right now. They're both knocking down good shots.
Here's Livingston after Eric Gordon's bucket. Clock at 6. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Oh, and squaring up is Iguodala. Nice follow-through on the release.
The Rockets trail. And the pass to Gordon. They set the pick. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by West. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Brewer. The Warriors also with a sub. Pachulia's checked in. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And it's Durant missing. Houston's gone 5-9 when they put up a three-point shot tonight. Here's Brigioni. Beasley the screen. Shot by Gordon wide open. And another three for Houston.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Picked by Pachulia. Durant just inside the line. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Tremendous poise in the heat of battle. That's why coach wants him taking a big shot.
Gordon, the pass to Ariza. Gigione for three. And another three for Houston. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Hit his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. For the Rockets, Anderson, he's checked in for Beasley. James Harden comes in for Gordon, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Pablo Prigioni. Golden State also making some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Iguodala. Klay Thompson comes in for Ian Clark, and Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. It's stolen by Ariza. Over in the corner, Beverley. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Anderson the screen. And here's Harden for three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Durant kicks to Curry. Back to Durant. Tries to save it. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Oh, he gets a great jump on it. Barely bounces off his fingertips.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're losing by 2. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last time out. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
Here's Curry. From deep three-point range, trifecta.
Come on, the more important the shot, the more confidence Curry seems to have.
Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 1. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beverly dishes to Harden for 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. And so it's Golden State with it. They've led by as much as 10.
The defense got super lucky there because he does not miss many of those.
From deep, Harden. Houston gets it back. It's Ariza on the wing. Anderson passes to Harden. Over Thompson. Good!
Kevin and Harden defines the word clutch, and this is Clutch City. The number of ways in which he scores in these moments, just incredible.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're losing by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
Could win it. Yes!
How many clutch shots have we seen Durant hit? It's countless at this point, and he keeps adding to the total.
Timeout called the Rockets. What's your take, guys?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. A big win. They're a very good team. How hard was it to get the win the way they were playing?
Well, they got the heart of a champion. You know, their coach is unbelievable. He does so many good things with those guys. So we knew it was going to be a game. They just kept fighting and made it tough on us, man. I'm glad we dirted this one up.
Yeah, you guys really pulled it out at the end, Kevin. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Kevin Durant. He lit up the scoreboard in the first quarter. Defenders tried to make adjustments, but were woefully unsuccessful. Clearly, his outburst set the tone for the rest of the evening.
As efficient and offensive performance as you're ever going to see, and I mean ever. I don't care where your shots go from. You're not supposed to shoot that high of a percentage. Did he miss? I don't think he missed.
Oh, he found the stroke from deep, nailed 4 3-pointers and looked good doing it. And that kept the defense from being able to collapse inside. Great overall effort by this guy.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.